guys, I just got back off holiday a couple of days ago. I've unpacked, settled back in, and now it's time to go back to Minecraft. Now, there has been a patch since I have been gone, 1.1, and it seems they have adjusted the watermelon. So the watermelon now grows on grass and doesn't have to be farmland, etc, etc. But the big problem was before I actually left to go on my holiday, I actually was already working on a fully 100% automated farm, you see. One using a bud switch, and it would keep the tiled farmland and such and such. And I already got about, say, 30% built on the main farm on my main map. Now, obviously, that's a problem because now I didn't have to do all that work with the bud switches and all the rest of it to make an awesome farm. And I've already built 30% of it. So that's kind of annoying. So anyway, I'm not going to show you the actual 30% done farm because I'm just going to complete that farm anyway because it's actually looking pretty cool and it's not that laggy to harvest and such like that. These are the designs I've been playing with before I actually left on holiday, before this patch came out, so you've got to remember that. I was going to use this bud switch here, which you didn't have to re-hoe the land. It just detects the block updating and it would retract the piston and push the melon out. But the problem with that is now you don't need tile land and you don't need all this fancy stuff just to have a big watermelon farm. And so yeah, but what probably a good thing about this design here is you would not have to press no buttons, or there would not be a delay system to push out a bunch of watermelon or anything like that. As soon as the watermelon grows, it gets harvested. So I'm going to stick with this design just without the piston underneath and, you know, using regular dirt. We don't have to use this actual setup. So we'll make it a little bit smaller, but I've already actually got 30% of the main farm built, as I said, on my map. People are going to comment, you know, why use that and so on and so on. But now I'm just using it so, you know, we can prevent lag. So, you know, every time one watermelon grows, it gets harvested. And so on and so on. I was working on a few different designs. Now, this is just a bud switch here. So, you know, as soon as it's updated, that happens. But there was a few different designs I was working on. I was working on this one here, trying to get it as compact as possible. This does work. See? Perfect like that. But it was a bit tall, this design, as you can see. We got the bud switch on the top. So obviously there's 5 faces here that this piston here will detect around it. So as soon as the plant grows, it gets pushed out. I don't know too much about bud switches or all the technical terms. I'm still a bit rusty, but this is a bigger design of that farm there. I'll try to make it a bit more compact and squished together, but it is obviously still very big. Now, on my main map, I have already got most of this built, which is a problem, you know. As I was saying, I didn't actually need to keep the farmland no more. They just grow on grass or dirt or whatever now since the 1.1 patch, which is fantastic, you see. But it's just really, really annoying. Now I've already built most of it and having to you know, tear it down. So I'm not tearing it down. So what you see in front of me right now is the design I'm actually I've already built. I've built 30% of it on my main map. I'm definitely using cobblestone because I've got tons of it. Tons and tons of cobblestone to waste, so I'm not building it out of wood or anything. I'm just using up all my cobblestone. So again, what you see in front of you is it keeps the farmland and you don't have to re-hoe it or anything. And again, to those people that, yes, I know you don't have to do that anymore, but as I said, before I left on holiday, and there was no patch, and I did not know about this, I already made sure I had a design and everything in place ready to be built, and I was going to show everyone how to build it and etc, so they would never have to re-hoe it again, and you would just have a 100% automatic melon farm. But as I said, it turns out they changed that, and now it's a lot easier to do this. And again, as I said, I already built about 30% of a massive version of this on my main map, which as I said, I was trying to get, and it's raining, I was trying to get a head start on making a video, well, making a farm before I got back, and that's why I was in a rush. Everyone was like, you know, Dad, are you going to copy over your watermelon farm to your new map? And I was like, no, I'm going to build a completely 100% automated one and such like that. But anyway, it's good to be back. I just thought I would give you an update what I'm up to right now. I'm actually on my main map finishing off the massive watermelon farm using the bud switch system. And again, I'm using the bud switch system because it reduces lag, and every time a watermelon does grow, it goes off. So you wouldn't have like hundreds of pistons going off at the same time. Watermelon grows, gets broken, harvested, you sit AFK in the middle. So on and so on. That's what I'm doing. And again, I don't know much about bud switches. I just got a few designs here. You've got the very tall one over here, and then you've got the flat version here. This is kind of a different style of bud switch. And then you've got a different version over here. So yeah, if anyone wants to know how to build these bud switches, I think they're called bud switches, just put in the comments. I'll do a whole tutorial thing on different bud switches. You know, you can use them for farms and etc, which is good, but and again, it takes up a large amount of space. Look at this, there's only 2 bud switches side by side, but also it does a retractor tile on the bottom, so it's got pistons and such on the bottom, but it's extremely huge. Anyway guys, I'm going to get back to work on the main farm, the new watermelon farm that I am building on single player. Sorry for all the talk, I'm trying to clear everything up. Everyone's probably wondering, you know, why I'm using this version. As I said, I've got built 30% of it already, and there's no point I'm tearing it all down. It's just going to be so much hassle and more time. I'd rather get a nice new farm up and going for you guys to see and such. And I was doing, as soon as I got home, I did testing straight away. I did dirt, and I did some farmland, and then you got some grass over here, and yes, it all grew on all the blocks. So I did testing straight away. I thought, as soon as someone left a post on my profile saying that, I'm like, what, you joking? Oh, I wasn't too happy, but I suppose it's a lot easier now. Anyway guys, I'll gonna get to work. I'll post a few screenshots of what I've done so far on Facebook, so you know, you guys can go check that out. And I should have the video up maybe a week and a bit. I've got to do the top part of the main structure of the watermelon farm yet. I've only built one layer. There's going to be a roof of watermelon on the damn thing. But anyway guys, I'll catch you all later.